thank you for returning. Don't forget, stay tuned. We're talking about this hair and scalp. Okay, we have David Williams and Doris F. Mosley. We'll talk about them a little bit later. But yes, I am Rosemarie, and I am with United Credit Education Services, a great company that's been in business for 10 plus years. And we have an A plus rating with the Better Business Bureau, and we've helped hundreds of thousands of clients all over the country restore their credit score. I am sure you're wondering, how can you guys do that? Well, we at United, we just leverage the law. We leverage the law, and with us leveraging the law and working for you for one full year, we get stuff off permanently and legally. No more pop-ups. So we are the ones. We are about the business of getting your credit business to the point where you can take care of your business. So you need to give me a call at 310-880-0119, Rosemarie. You should go to the website, united-credit.org, to see what we do and how we do it. Now, what we do is we dispute everything on your report, whether it's true or not. That's what the 1970 Fair Credit Reporting Act says, that you can do this. And we do it on your behalf. And the billion-dollar bureaus, who are not even in the United States, they're based overseas, they have to respond within 30 days. And if they do not or don't do it correctly, they have to remove things such as late pays, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcy, short sales, tax liens, judgments, repos, medical bills. They all have to be removed or reflect paid as agreed. Most people don't realize that your credit score is your vital sign. 60%, at least 60% of employers will pull your credit before giving you a promotion or even hiring you. Don't even think about buying a house, and in some cases, even renting an apartment without your credit being pulled. You have to have a certain score. And we won't talk about these cars that you're going to pay 30% interest on, or the student loans. So you got to let us help you with your credit. Now, do you know your credit score? No? Well, go to annualcreditreport.com, annualcreditreport.com, and you can pull your free credit score. Now you're going to say, wow, you are so right. I really need to work on my credit. I've been wanting to do it, but I just haven't. Well, hey, here I am. Let me handle it for you. Let me take care of the business for you, okay? Because credit is the key. It can either lock or unlock your future. Credit controls our lives. It can limit or expand our financial stability. It can increase or decrease the quality of your living. So we really got to take care of that credit. And you're saying, okay, now I've convinced you. You want to know, how much does it cost? Well, I got some great news for you. We don't charge $5,000. We don't charge $2,500. We don't charge $1,500. We are a nonprofit base, and we start out and finish with just charging you $499. That's right, for one full year of services, and you will see results within 45 to 60 days. And I tell you something, I'm giving away free $100 bills. That's right, free $100 bills. If you call me and say you heard it on the radio, you get your whole credit done for one full year for $399. Boy, that's just a trip to the mall. Come on now. Pick up that phone. Give me a call. $399. You get your credit life in order. We do all the work. We have attorneys. We have a staff of people that will take care of the business for you. We are available 6 days a week, 10 hours a day, and give me a call. 310-880-0119. Go to the site, united-credit.org, united-credit.org. Give me a call, 310-880-0119. I am Rosemarie. Now, with that being said, just in case you guys want to know what happened to Dr. Benton, he's on vacation for a couple of weeks, but he's okay. All right, now, we are going to go to our Black history. And today we are talking about Miss Hattie Daniels, born in 1892. She was with us from 1892 to 1952. She was the first African American to win an Academy Award. Miss Hattie Daniels was an American actress and radio performer. She was the first American to win an Academy Award as Best Supporting Actress in a role of Mammy in Gone with the Wind. She became the first Black person to attend an Academy Award as a guest rather than a servant. Miss Daniels was also the first African American woman on the radio and appeared in more than 300 films, but mainly in the same type of role, servant. Hattie worked with other actors behind the scene to battle prejudice and racism in Hollywood. During World War II, Hattie helped entertain the troops and promoted the selling of war bonds. Hattie McDaniels, 1892 to 1952. We love and remember you, and we appreciate you so. All righty. Now, we are going to go to our guest. We have two fabulous guests. One is Doris F. Mosley. She's been a cosmetologist for 39 years. She's been an educator for the past 38 years. She has worked throughout USA, Europe, and the Caribbean, sharing knowledge. She's worked with some of the major manufacturers such as Johnson Products, Dooley, and now presently with the new breakthrough product, the Dissolving Thread by VMAX. That is going to be our saving grace, ladies. You got to stay tuned this week to hear about that. Also, we have David Williams, hair designer for 30 years, educator for over 20 years, has managed salons from Compton to Beverly Hills. Education, being his strong point, has taught many with his trademark classes, motivational power classes. David is currently director of education with VMAX, the Dissolving Thread Company. Now, yesterday we were talking about baldness, some of the causes, and that's where we're going to pick it up. Doris?
Wow. You are so awesome, Rosie. The energy that you have, and I just appreciate you having us on, just enlightening your audience.
Yes, we need this information, ladies, because there's too many of us running around with a half a head and the other half is bald. And help us out, Doris.
I always
and
say,
Dave, help us out.
Yeah, I always say to people, did you start out wearing the hair augmentation as a need, or did you really start out as a greed? Most of it was greed.
We just want to look good.
But we do look good. We look good with our own. And I always say, don't chase the others, losing ours.
TV has just got us messed up.
And that's why Mrs. Daniel, who you was talking about, I could imagine how beautiful she was with her hair all intact, hairline very strong.
And she probably used Miss C.J. Walker's products.
I'm sure she did.
Because they was around, similar time periods.
And I think we need Madam C.J. Walker today to help save us.
Well, you will be our C.J. Walker today, okay?
I'll accept that.
Okay.
But hair loss, we talked about stress a little bit yesterday. And today, I just want to share diet. Diet plays a part in hair loss because yo-yo dieting. Today, we want to be one size 2, and tomorrow we're size 14.
Yeah.
So that plays a part. And also poor assimilation of vitamins. We take a lot of stuff today, and medication. We do a lot of different medication that causes hair loss. And we also, animal intake. What we put in is what comes out. And we take on the hormones of the animal. So, and we're a big meat-eating community, and that plays a part. So diet is very important. You are what you eat. That is the truth.
So we need to clean ourselves up from the inside and then start working on that scalp.
Outside.
Dave, what do you have to say about that?
Well, you know what, Miss Mosley, she covered a tremendous amount of it. One of the areas I'd like to talk about, let me think about how I want to say this. There's the YouTubes and there's all this information on hair out there. As a professional, I want to bring it to the public's attention the importance of consulting us. So many times they assume they know what a product does. Different shampoos have different uses. There's moisturizing shampoo, clarifying shampoo, neutralizing shampoo. There's so many different kinds of products out there. And if you don't have the proper knowledge on how to use these products, sometimes it can defeat your purposes when it comes to chemical service, coloring, things of that nature. Consult the professional. So many people think it's just simple as reading the instructions, but a lot of those things are damaging to the hair, and a lot of those things are causing hair loss as well. But it's their lack of knowledge and their unwillingness to come and consult the professional. We're here for a reason, and we make a difference.
I am so glad that you guys are going to bless my listeners, our listeners, with a little 1 minute free consultation. If they call you at what number, David?
213-840-5106.
They get to ask you a question. And Doris?
310-920-3065.
And they get to ask you a question as well. See, you get free consultations and free information on hair and hair loss. Now, how can we avoid this? I know you told us what causes it. So what do we do?
Okay, when it comes to stress, of course, you want to eliminate the stress in your life, but also the physical, mechanical stress, such as too tight braiding, applying your hair augmentations too tight. You don't need a leave to get your weaves. So you got to lighten up on that. And then you want to be cautious of, like Dave was saying, the different type of products that you use that's causing the damage that you getting it off of YouTube University. It's time to come to the professionals.
In case you guys
yes.
don't know, augmentation is those weaves, that hair, Bohemian hair, Indian hair, French hair. Those are augmentations. You know, even the braided hair is an augmentation. And we got to figure out a way, because that's what's pulling the stuff out, you know.
And we need we need to cleanse that hair before we put it on our heads. And just be real cautious of what we do.
What I'd like for you guys to do is go to www.vmaxproducts.com. We're going to be talking about this product, but I want you guys to have a little heads up on it before we get into it. I am Rosemarie. You can call my guest at Doris, your number?
310-920-3065.
David?
213-840-5106.
And call me to get that credit in line at 310-880-0119. Go to united-credit.com. United-credit.com. God bless you. We love you, and it is your time to shine.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Living my life like it's golden.
Welcome back. We have been having a fabulous, interesting time this week. We have been talking about hair loss, hair care, and scalp care. Stay tuned. Dr. Benton is off for 2 weeks, so we've got David and Doris. That's David Williams and Doris Mosley giving us this very valuable information about hair. So now, as you know, I am Rosemarie. I'm with United Credit Education Services, great company, nationwide, 10 years in business, A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. We've helped people all over the country, thousands of people, restore their score. You got to get your score restored. And if you never had a score, you got to let me get you one, the one that you need. You're wondering, well, dog, you know what? That sounds good. Now, how did they do that? We leverage the law. We have attorneys. We have a staff. You get an online portal so you can see what we're doing and how we do it. Yes, we leverage the law on your behalf, the Fair Credit Reporting Act of 1970. That law says that we as consumers can dispute anything on our credit report, whether it's true or not. And the bureaus, privately held, overseas, billion-dollar companies, not American even, have 30 days to respond to our request, our demand to take that stuff off your credit. Now, 8 out of 10 times, they don't do it or they don't do it correctly. So we get things removed like late pays, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcies, short sales, tax liens, judgments, repos, medical bills. They can all be removed or reflected, paid as agreed. You know, a lot of us don't understand that 60% of employees, at least 60%, will pull that credit score before giving you a promotion or even giving you the job. And hey, don't forget about buying a home or something as small as renting an apartment. You know, you need the score. When they run your credit, they want to see that you are credit worthy. And that car, you don't want to pay 30% interest on a car. You know what? You need to call me, let me hook you up so you can get a fabulous 1.9 interest rate. Because you know what? With a great score, they're even giving away 0 interest rates. They got a whole bunch of cars. They'll give them to you. And the color of your skin has nothing to do with them giving it to you. It's that score. So let's work on that score. Call me, 310-880-0119, 310-880-0119, 310-880-0119. And now if you're saying, dog, I don't know what my score is. Well, go to annualcreditreport.com. annualcreditreport.com so you can see what your score is. And then you'll know why you keep getting denied. We are nonprofit based. We work for you for 1 full year. You see results in 60 to 90 days. And we work for you for that year because we help you get the stuff off and then we show you how to build. So we hang in there with you because we are financial education services. We educate you on what you need to do and how you need to do it. You say, wow, that's great. How much does it cost? Well, we do not charge $5,000. We do not charge $2,500. We do not charge $1,500. Because we're nonprofit based, we charge $499. Yes, $499. We work for you for 1 full year. And guess what? If you call me and say, I heard you on the radio and I loved your show, I will give you a free $100 bill, meaning you get credit done for 1 full year for $399, which is about a trip to the mall. Okay? You need to call me, make that sacrifice, and let's get you going. Now, you can get started for as little as $89, but call me. We can talk about that, but you got to get started. 310-880-0119. Go to united-credit.org so you can see our process. united-credit.org. Now, with that being said, we are going to go to our Black History segment. Today, we are talking about Dr. Mae Jemison, born 1956, the first African-American woman in space. Dr. Jemison was selected in 1987 to become the first African-American woman admitted into the NASA training program. She graduated as an astronaut after more than a year of training with the title of Science Mission Specialist, a job that would make her responsible for conducting crew-related scientific experiments on the space shuttle. On September 12, 1992, Jemison finally flew into space with 6 other astronauts aboard the shuttle Endeavour. During that 8 days in space, she conducted experiments on weightlessness and motion sickness. It took about 190 hours in space for her to return back to Earth. And now we all remember the Endeavor. The Endeavor was floating down Crenshaw and King Boulevard. So, Dr. Mae Jameson, we salute you today. All righty, now with that being done and said, whoa, Endeavor. I got pictures of that. Okay, now we have with us not doctor, but Doris. I mean, you know what? She could be a doctor of a sort. I mean, I would imagine that if I was in business doing something for 38 years, I got to have a title or 30 years. But this is Doris F. Mosley, the infamous. Everybody in the industry has got to know her, and David Williams. Doris Mosley has been a cosmetologist for 39 years, has been an educator for the past 38 years. She has worked throughout USA, Europe, and the Caribbean, sharing knowledge, worked with some of the major manufacturers such as Johnson Products, Dudley, and now presently with the new breakthrough product, the Dissolving Thread by VMAX, and we will talk more about that. Also, we've got David Williams, the hair designer for 30 years, educator for over 20 years, has managed salons from Compton to Beverly Hills. Education being his strong point, has taught many with his trademark classes, motivational power classes. David is currently director of education with VMAX, the Dissolving Thread Company. Now, we were talking yesterday. We're doing a pickup from yesterday. What can we do?
Oh my goodness, Rose, I love you. You're just awesome. Just give me some of that energy.
Okay, here you go, girl. Here, you rub my hand,
Yes,
Okay,
very good.
all right.
Pass it to me.
Yes. Okay.
I just wondered, Miss Jameson, who went in space, what was her hair like? I wonder, how does she take care of her hair in space?
Well,
what
you know
products
what?
did she take with her?
I hate to say it, that if she didn't have a natural, she probably had a perm. And, what can I say?
And, and that's a good note.
She knew that those cameras going to be right in her face.
Yes. But, we were talking yesterday about hair loss and how addicting the new thing is, adding hair. But we also have to look into the different practices that we use on our hair, such as the hot comb, which Madam C.J. Walker, we talked about her earlier in the week. She was the one who actually promoted the hot comb. Now they got this hot comb alopecia. Yes, because the heat dehydrates. And over a period of time, it causes to be diffused in that area. I mean, over the head. We just didn't know. I said, well, I didn't know. Lack of knowledge is terrible.
Right, our people
our
hair perish for lack of knowledge.
And improper application of relaxers. Nothing wrong with relaxers. They are definitely innocent until taken out of the jar. Those are some of the things that has happened. Chemical alopecia also, and this is the dermatologist, this is one of the big things that they meet. I have a very close friend, Dr. Marcia Glenn, who is a dermatologist in the Marina, and she really focuses in on hair care and the scalp disorders for African Americans. That's one of her specialties. So I recommend people, if you are having some challenges, to look her up. But so we have to be real cautious and conscious of what we're doing to the hair, what we're doing at home, what we're getting at the salon. And as David said earlier, go to the professionals. Come to us. Seek out a professional that keeps up on their craft. That makes a big difference. Stay off the YouTube University.
Yeah.
That has really hurt us because a lot of those people on there are not professional people. They're people just who learn how to do what's on top of the head, not knowing what's going on beneath the scalp.
So let's talk about beneath the scalp for a minute.
Yeah, you need to know what you're working over before you work on it. What happens to hair? What hair is all about? It's just not about some fabric that's on the head. The textures of what we're dealing. We deal with different textures, different types. And if you don't know that foundation knowledge, you're not going to know how to finish it. and that's important.
What about the people that are losing hair because of medication?
That's well,
What
you
can
know
you
what?
tell them?
When you go to the doctor and they prescribe you medication, you need to know the side effects. And if one of the side effects is hair loss, then you can ask the doctor if there's an alternative medicine to what's going on with your body, because that is one of, your hypertension medicine, your diabetes medicine, your thyroid medicine, your cancer medicine, all of those medicines, even Motrin, those medicines causes hair loss.
And they don't even tell you that. And there's so many people in the hood and in our community that have high blood pressure because they say
Yes.
it runs in our ethnicity. But I feel like diet
Plays a
and
part.
knowledge,
Yes.
if we know, if we know what to eat and the exercise, I think we can avoid that. But we didn't know.
But it's you know what? Unfortunately, it is given to us in writing, but we may miss it. Like you said to me earlier, they need to verbalize it.
Yes.
If you take this is a side effect.
First of all, who can see that?
Yeah, it is written
like
small.
not even 2 points. It is not 1 point. It's a half a point.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is small.
So it's very, very small. If you guys have questions, please call David at
213-840-5106.
and Doris at,
310-920-3065.
and we need you to go to this website so that you guys can get some insight on a fabulous new product that is going to save you from yourself. Okay? It is what is this?
VMAX.
Oh, VMaxHairProducts.com. www.vmaxhairproducts.com. That product is a product that we will be talking about tomorrow that will save us from ourselves. I am Rosemarie. 310-880-0119 to get your credit in order. And to see what I do and how I do it, go to united-credit.com, united-credit.com. Call me, 310-880-0119. Let me be about the business of getting your credit life in order. It's your time to shine. We love you. God bless you.
Living my life like it's golden. 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 Golden.
Hey. I am Rosemarie, and welcome back. We have had such a hot topic this week. We have been talking about hair loss, hair products, self-inflicted hair problems, and we shall continue with Doris Mosley and David Williams. So we'll talk to them a little bit later, and we still have our Black History segment going on. But before we get to those, and Dr. Minton is off for 2 weeks. But before we get to those, of course, I want to talk to you about the credit. Yes. I am with United Credit Education Services, a fantastic company that's been in business for 10 plus years, A+ credit rating with the Better Business Bureau. We are nationwide. We have helped thousands and thousands of people leverage the law. And the credit bureaus, which are not based in the United States, they are overseas, billion-dollar companies. The way they get paid is by keeping negative stuff on our credit. The creditors pay them daily to have negative stuff on the credit, which is why a lot of you think, oh, if I just let it sit there for 7 years, it'll fall off. Nothing's going to fall off, especially if they're getting paid to leave it on. So if you want something to happen, you have to do something, and that's why I am here, to do it for you. Yes, I am Rosemarie, and I am the expert at taking care of your credit problems. We give the bureaus 30 days to open and investigate and verify the accusations or the statements that we're making and telling them, hey, take that off. But 8 out of the 10 times, they don't do it. Therefore, they have to either remove it or put it down as paid as agreed. We take care of things such as late pays, collections, foreclosures, bankruptcy, short sales, tax liens, judgments, repos, medical bills. They all can be removed or reflected, paid as agreed. I know that we don't really a lot of times understand how important this credit is. A lot of times, 60% of the times, actually, creditors, employers will run your credit before they hire you or give you a promotion. And forget about buying a house or a car or even something as simple as renting an apartment or renting a car. They run your credit. So your credit score is your vital sign. So you got to let me help you get it back to being all that it can be. Listeners, let's have a paradigm shift. A paradigm shift. Okay, knowledge is power. So let's just change our thinking. And that thinking needs to be that in order to have the power, we need to have the credit. Credit is the key. It either locks or unlocks your future. It controls our lives. It will limit or expand our financial stability. So call me, Rosemarie, 310-880-0119. Call me to get the information on that credit score increase. Now, if you don't know what your credit looks like, go to annualcreditreport.com, annualcreditreport.com. You can call me at 310-880-0119. And if you want to see what we do and how we do it, go to united-credit.org. 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 Rosemarie, 310-880-0119. And, well, Rose, how much does it cost? Well, I'll tell you. We are nonprofit based, so we don't charge you $5,000. We don't charge you $2,500, $1,500, or $100 a month forever. We only charge $499 for 1 full year of service. Yes, we work for you for 1 full year. You will see results in 45 to 60 days, and we have a money-back guarantee. Yes, and if you call me at 310-880-0119 and say, Rose, I heard you on the radio. I'm giving up free $100 bills. That's right, free $100 bills, free $100 bills. In other words, you can get your credit done for $399 for 1 full year. That is just a night out with the guys for my male listeners and shopping at the mall for my female listeners. Come on, guys, make the little sacrifice, $399 for 1 full year. You owe it to yourself. Call me, 310-880-0119, Rosemarie, 310-880-0119. Now, with that being said, we're going to go into our Black History segment. And this day, we are talking about Shirley Chisholm. We have started out at 2 years after slavery, talking about Madam C.J. Walker, and then we went to the big screen, and we went from the big screen to outer space, and now we are at the White House with the first African-American woman elected to Congress, Shirley Chisholm, born 1924 to 2005. Shirley Chisholm was a U.S. representative, a social activist, educator, and author. In 1968, she became the first African-American woman elected to Congress, where she represented New York's 12th Congressional District for 7 terms until 1983. On January the 25th, 1972, she became the first major party African-American candidate for President of the United States and the first woman of any race or color to run the Democratic presidential nomination. Chisholm received 152 first ballots votes at the 1972 Democratic National Convention. She went on to teach college and co-founded the National Political Congress of Black Women, Shirley Chisholm. And with that being said, we are going to go to our guest. Our guests again are David Williams and Doris F. Mosley. We're back.
Rosie, you are awesome. That's all I
Thank
can say.
you.
One
Thank you,
word,
thank
awesome.
you.
And David, you are also. I'm glad to be a part of your life.
Thank you so much. I'm
You-
glad to be here
we
as well.
have been dealing all week with hair loss.
Yes.
And that, again, is a major epidemic right now. I'm glad to see a lot of people who are wearing their natural hair. That is a plus. It makes me smile when I see people who are excited about their own. A lot of reasons why people are losing. The six main reasons, I think we might have touched on it on day one, was stress, diet, health, medical, environment, as well as the genes. We're doing a lot of things to our hair that is just not natural, which cause a lot of problems to our scalp.
Right.
A lot of products that have bad ingredients. We need to just go online. We're all about YouTube University. Take one more step and research the ingredients that are in products, which are a lot of them are carcinogenic. We're taking medication that causes hair loss, which we should be able to ask the doctor for an alternative. We're doing different things to our hair ourselves. We should go to the professional. That's very important, listeners, that you seek out professional stylists that know the hair care side of it.
Now, we need professional stylists, but we need updated stylists. There are a lot of stylists that they're just doing the same old thing. But you know what, guys? Time brings about a change. And just like C.J. Walker developed something specifically for what we were doing for our hair, we have one of our own that has done the same. Melvin, who's not here today, but we're going to talk about the saving grace. So many of us do the weaves. We go to friends, we go to relatives to cut it out, put it in. We have all type of textures. We spend all kind of money. But you know what? We've been blessed. We have been blessed with a man that had his women in mind and really, really, really wanted to see them with hair in their later years and not have to always resort to somebody else's hair on their head. So with that being said, I am going to let David and Doris tell you about VMAX. Okay.
The gentleman you spoke of, his name is Melvin Phillips, and I've had the pleasure of working with him for the last 20 years. And we're going to have a private joke. You called them his women, but we'll leave that alone for right now.
Well, by his women, I mean all the black women, all the women that need something done with their hair, because he's been in the hair business for a very long time as well.
Yes, and I've had the pleasure of managing two of his salons, and he's always cared about our women, as you say, Rosie, and we've really done it. We've evolutionized the hair industry, because you hear me and Miss Mosley using the term hair augmentation. Hair augmentation is just a modern term for what we call hair weaving, hair extensions. But what Mr. Melvin Phillips has done is formulated an excellent product that is designed to salvage the hair, to prevent the breakage. We've done everything from inventing the dissolving thread right down to the solution itself, which is natural and it's all organic. As you spoke of, it's a removal system. Previously, hair augmentations would take anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to be removed. We've created a dissolving thread right along with our solution that this could be done and Miss Mosey is a contestant to it. We did it in 27 seconds. We took something that normally takes 45 minutes. We done it in 27 seconds, and we had the integrity of the hair in mind the whole time.
Wow, that is absolutely fabulous, because a lot of times the worst part of getting your hair done is taking the stuff off. And if the person that's taking it off is impatient, such as yourself, oh, I'm going to take mine out so I don't da 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 da. You tear it up and you don't know it, you don't see it. But we have a solution for you because we love you.
You know what? Just to elaborate on that, the great thing about it is Melvin, he's so innovative. We are going to make this product available to those who decide they want to remove it before they come into the salon, because it really is as simple as spraying the solution and literally watching the hair remove itself.
Doris, what is that website?
www.vmaxhairproducts.com. And just in case, if you miss this awesome show, I hope you're listening. They're going to premiere the VMAX system at Spectrum International Beauty Expo, March the 29th and 30th at the Los Angeles Convention Center.
Ooh.
And you can get in touch with me, 310-920-3065. This is an awesome system, Rosie. I've been using it for 4 months now. I've been installing. All of my clients now wear the dissolving thread, and all of my daughter's clients wear the dissolving thread. It's
Okay.
amazing.
All right, give us a call. 310-880-0119 for that credit restoration. Call Doris, call Dave. Phone numbers?
310-920-3065.
213-840-5106.
And go to my website, united-credit.org, united-credit.org. We love you. God bless you. And it is your time to shine. It's your time to shine. Healthy credit and living with Rose. Get your credit and health in line with your spiritual growth. Monday through Friday, KTYM. I am Rose Marie, and it's your time to shine.